Yeah, it's actually a French re-import.
Okay, yeah.
We have 190E behind
Do
us.
we?
Yes.
Oh, look at that! We've got another one behind us. Give him a wave, yeah! That's fantastic. Hello and welcome back to Life with My Classic, where we celebrate classic Mercedes-Benz models that aren't garage queens, they're daily driven, just the way they should be. Today I'm going to introduce you guys to Shareen Raudies and a classic 90s saloon that I just know you're going to love. Shareen, good to meet you.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. And
Good,
you?
good, good. I'm very well, thank you. I'm very well. Now, before we talk about your Mercedes 190, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Shareen. I'm 26 years old and I work as a vehicle engineer.
Amazing. So 26 years old and you've got yourself a classic Mercedes. Tell me a little bit about how that story unfolded.
So it starts with a little bit of family background. My family is very involved with this generation of classic Mercedes, and my mom had a silver 190E when I was really young, and then I decided at 9 years old I wanted to get one myself, a black one with a really nice sound system.
Amazing. And you've had this car a while, haven't you?
Yes, actually that's the 10th year anniversary this year.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you.
And the thing I like most about your 190E, Shareen, is that we've got a 5-speed manual gearbox. Why not the auto?
So as a student driver, I really wanted to learn how to drive this car, especially a classic car. It needs a little bit more skill to drive that. And also the 5-speed gearbox is special on that car. Normally you would get a 4 gearbox. So yeah, very reliable.
So you're a reliable driver yourself, your car's reliable. And
Totally.
Tell me, why a classic Mercedes? You could have gone for something modern.
Yes, of course. So first of all, as a student, it was a really easy car to maintain because it's very, very reliable for one, and it's not very expensive to repair if something needs to be done, and you can mostly do it yourself. So yeah.
Amazing. Well, I think those are fine choices for me. Anyway, shall we have a little poke around? I think so.
So let's start with one of my favorite things about this car. It's actually the star, because when I was 9 years old and my mom had this silver 190E, when we had to sell it, she recently just bought a new star. And my dad really, really carefully removed it from this car, and I kept it until I was 16 when I got this car. And we put it in this car, and it's actually the original star.
Amazing. This is the original one
Yes.
from your mum?
It hasn't been stolen yet.
It hasn't
I
been
hope
stolen.
it stays that way.
Yes, yeah, hopefully it does stay that way. What a wonderful story. I really, really like that. So,
Thank you.
Shall we move back a little bit? Tell me a little bit more.
So maybe we can talk a little bit about the alloy wheels, because those are actually AMG wheels from the next generation of the C-Class. So the first original C-Class had these wheels, but I think they fit the car perfectly.
I agree. They do look really, really cool.
And what's also special about the car is it has an airbag, because it's one of the last 190Es that were built. It had a lot of features that other 190Es didn't have. That was very important to me and also to my dad, who chose this particular car. I said I wanted it in black paint, and he said you need an airbag.
Amazing, amazing. And the interior looks really, really good. Is that original?
No, it's not. Those are actually seat covers.
Oh, okay, okay.
to protect the original seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think they look quite good.
Yeah, and the door cards here, they all look really nice as well.
Yeah, they're original. So,
yeah, good stuff. It looks like a very, very inviting cabin. I like it.
One of my favorite things about this car is the sound system. It was actually one of the first things we did on this car, and I had quite a huge bass box in the trunk, which wasn't doing much because the gas tank is between the backseat row and the interior, so you didn't really hear much of the bass, but actually one time I went a little sideways with the car, and the bass box was sliding all the way to here, and we have a little dent in the car because of that. And then and there I decided we don't need this bass box. We just move it out, but the sound is still great.
So this is because of your subwoofer and some very we won't say aggressive driving, exuberant driving.
Yeah,
because rear-wheel drive, obviously. The thing I do like about your car, Shareen, though, is that it's not perfect. It's not a garage queen. You know, we do have some little scratches and stuff like that. It is a daily driven classic, but underneath the story is quite different, isn't it?
Yes, so underneath the car is fully restored. So actually last week we did the sills. It's just finished. And my
last week?
Yes.
Wow.
My last priority was the aesthetics. It desperately needs a paint job one day, but you know, everybody that owns a classic car knows it's an ongoing project.
Yeah,
it never stops.
Never finished. Yeah, yes. Indeed.
Actually, it has an exhaust, a sports exhaust.
Oh, so you do have an exhaust as well?
Yeah, we have a little bit of aesthetic.
Amazing, amazing. So paint's coming next, and then this car should be beautiful.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Anyway, there's one more thing that I want to look at, and that's the engine. Can we have a look?
Of course.
Oh, here we go.
Actually, just let's put it in a service.
This is one of my favourite Mercedes features, service position for a bonnet. I bet you didn't know about that, did you? So this is obviously 2-litre 4-cylinder engine.
Yes, it is. And it actually has 300,000 kilometers on it.
So a bit of a high mileage hero itself.
Yeah, and we didn't do major things like change the radiator, some spark plugs, but nothing major.
Nothing major, just serviceable items. You mentioned an alternator as well.
Yes, exactly.
But apart from that, reliability on this engine, very good?
Yeah, totally. I'm very happy. So this car drove every winter for 30 years and it never was in a garage. So it's a real daily driver. So
that's what I like to hear. And tell me about some road trips. Have you done some long road trips with this?
Yes, of course. I also moved 2 times with this car, like put all my stuff in this car. It actually is very spacious. You wouldn't like expect that.
So not only a saloon car, but also a van.
Yes.
I love it.
I also did some camping in that car. Like,
of course.
We drove to the sea and just slept in there. And I'm a tall person, but I can sleep in there very well.
Yeah, I don't have that issue. I can sleep wherever I want. So amazing to see that this 2-litre engine is still going strong after 300,000 kilometers. I bet it drives nicely as well.
Should we go for a drive?
I thought you'd never ask.
Let's do it.
Alright, so Shareen, first time for me in your car. Yeah. Feels nice and comfortable, nice and quiet inside here. What's it like to drive?
Also nice and comfortable. It's like so easy to drive, especially for a 30-year-old car.
Yeah.
I've driven many old-timers in my lifetime now, and I have to say this is one of the most comfortable cars.
Amazing.
You really feel the quality, even after 30 years. It's all so smooth.
Yeah.
Also, since I've gotten it, I think I drove 100,000 kilometers.
100,000 kilometers?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got it with about 200,000, and now
that's
it's
amazing.
So one modification I did on this car is when I was younger, I saw the 500e.
Yeah, yeah.
Such a cool classic, such a cool car. And it came with the like white indicators, and I felt very inspired by that. And now a lot of people say the 190e needs to have orange indicators, but I like the look. It just looks very clean, but maybe one day I'll change it.
Yeah. And off camera, you were actually telling me that this car was imported. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's actually a French re-import.
Okay, yeah.
We have a 190e behind
Do
us.
we?
Yes!
Oh, look at that! We've got another one behind us. Give him a wave, yeah! That's fantastic. So imported from France, you said?
Yeah, it's a re-import from France. So there were like 2 or 3 pre-owners, and most of them were women. I think 2 of them were women, so it's a women's car.
Okay, there you go. And this is obviously a classic car now, but it doesn't have that kind of classic car lifestyle, does it? Because this doesn't get put away for winter.
No, so actually, even with the pre-owners, this car never had a garage home.
Yeah.
And it was driven every single winter.
Amazing.
Parked on the street, and for that, it's in really good condition.
Yeah, it's really withstood the test of time. So you've obviously been on a lot of road trips with this car, but that's not all you've done, is it? You've done some pretty exciting stuff with this.
Yes, so one time I went ice drifting in Austria.
As you do, yeah.
specified ice drifting racetrack.
Yeah.
And on the way there, the alternator broke down. We ended up on the border of Austria with that broken alternator, and I called a really good friend of mine, Robert, and he was organizing a new alternator.
Oh wow, shout out to Robert.
Because it was after 12 o'clock and we tried everything to get a new one from like a car part shop, but they were all closed at this point, and it was a Saturday. And I somehow needed to get back home on Sunday. I had to work on Monday, and we're like 500 kilometers from home. And then we managed to get a used alternator, and the next morning we drove to the border. I had to leave my car there overnight.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep at all, to be honest. And then we drove back there and put it in there at 6 a.m. in the morning at this parking lot next to the Autobahn.
In -10.
-10 degrees. We quickly realized that it was the 4MOP, like the pre-facelift. Alternator, which had a different cable. So we had to improvise there. It was like risky business, but we made it. And first we went ice drifting with this new alternator, of course. Then we went back home, no problem. And back home I ordered a brand new one that actually fit the car. And
I do like that.
Perfect. So
and it's also really important to mention as well, if you or anyone who has a classic Mercedes-Benz model needs a new part, then you can actually get those direct from Mercedes-Benz.
Exactly,
as well.
yes. So most of the parts are still available, but
Exactly.
since the car is getting old, actually some of the parts are not anymore. So buy now, as long as you can.
So this 190e is quite clearly your baby. You've had it for 10 years. You absolutely love it. You'll never sell it.
Yes.
Just sum up to me and everyone watching what this car really means to you.
It means, first of all, it means freedom for me, because when I first started driving and I first moved, like without the car it wouldn't have been possible.
So you've already worked with Mercedes-Benz with this model before?
Yes, a couple of times. So since 2017, I've also drove a couple of rallies with other cars, with this car, and
So it's quite fair to say that Mercedes-Benz DNA flows through your blood.
Totally.
Fantastic.
Not only mine, but my whole family.
That's nice. What a story. And also, tell me, where are we going now?
We're going to one of my favorite places in the whole world. It's the barn where the horses are. I'm not only a car girl, I'm actually a horse girl.
Amazing.
As well. You can be both. And it's one of my most loved places.
Fantastic. And so you enjoy riding?
I really do enjoy riding. I do dressage riding.
Oh, okay, nice.
Being with all the animals, the horses, cats, dogs, just makes me so happy.
And when you come here, what do? You jump on a horse and then just completely switch off?
Yes, totally. Your mind is free.
Amazing. And I bet the connection with you and your horse is quite nice, because a horse doesn't answer back, does it?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, so a good relationship there. Speaking of relationships, what is your relationship like with the Mercedes-Benz community? Oh,
actually it's very good. Every time I post something on social media on the car, like 99.9% of the comments are always positive, and the community is really helpful. Whenever I had a question, I could simply ask and had the perfect answer.
Amazing. And what about kind of Mercedes local events? Are there many of those about?
Yes, so I've recently been to the Mercedes-Benz Museum Baby Benz special at the Cars and Coffee. It was so nice. So many Baby Benz 190e cars.
Oh, amazing. I bet you're in your happy place there as well.
Oh, yes.
And then, Shareen, thank you very much for letting me be part of your day. It's been great to get to know you. Also to hear the story about your amazing little Baby Benz. I, for one, have really enjoyed being driven in this, and I'm sure you guys have really enjoyed seeing the car. If you'd like to see more of this series, then make sure you subscribe to the Mercedes-Benz YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, like and comment below what car you would like to see. From us, I think it'd be rude not to go for another little drive.
Sure, let's do it.
Fantastic. See you guys next time.